miss my mom.
Hit it.
Hello, Danny. So you live in a homeless shelter with your mother and others in the same situation as you, correct?
Yes, when my mother was not fired.
And
We lived in an apartment when she had a job, and then T-Berry fired her, and then we were left homeless.
alright, well, and you agree with the fact that when you were living in the shelter, you took it very hard with violence and stealing.
Correct. It was very gruesome conditions that me and my mother strongly disliked, and my mother worked very hard to get a job back.
Your Honor, can I present the witness with evidence?
Yes, you may.
Do you recognize this?
Yes.
Alright. This is a... so you almost got kicked out of the shelter multiple times, is that correct?
Correct.
And you were caught stealing money.
That is correct.
And also in your witness statement you stated that it's not hard to steal and I only got caught once. Correct?
That is true, however, I did so the
Yes,
stealing
but
because
then
we
you
were
also
in
said...
extremely gruesome conditions, and being homeless and
Yes, but you
having
live
very
in
little
a
things.
live in a shelter where others have the same situation as you, correct? And they do not all steal like you, correct?
Well, no.
But they all live
That's
in a
not-
gruesome situation exactly like yours.
Correct. You
Yes,
cannot
so-
conclude that those other witnesses, that those other
Yes,
people
but
in the
we're
shelter do
focusing
not
on
steal.
you and you stole.
Yes, but
right?
you asked me about the other witnesses.
So we're just gonna
in
go
the,
on. So your mother used your social worker's address.
Correct, because we cannot find a
Yes,
job without having an
but-
address. Could you
alright.
imagine someone applying for a job and they don't have an address? It'd be impossible.
Well,
to have.
actually, it says in your personal statement that people in the homeless shelter do not have jobs and others do while living in the homeless shelter. And I've known your mother has applied to various jobs,
Correct,
correct?
30.
Okay, and do you believe that this address is a lie? It is a lie, isn't it?
It is the address of Ms. Sanchez.
Yes, and it's not yours or your mother's.
Be correct.
So you would say that this address and her applying with this is a lie?
In order to give a shelter and fund ourselves for necessities, yes.
But do you think without
And I
this
do not
address,
think that it
without
can
this
be
address
concluded.
your mother would have gotten the job?
No, I do not think my mother would have gotten a job, considering she was rejected from all the other jobs without the address. And
Alright.
secondly, I don't think it can be concluded that the other people living in the shelter did not steal and did not apply with other agencies. It
Alright.
would be completely
Alright,
subjected
so
to a
next
single-
question. So you also have complications with Big Dog, perhaps?
That is correct. He harasses
And
homeless people and
he's the head of the gang as a homeless. Like he's a gang. Very bad. He's a gang that beats up homeless people for no cause. That's what you stated in your statement.
that is
Right.
correct.
So,
If anyone
but
can
after
justify
you
that.
pepper sprayed him and
Out of
beat him up.
self-defense after he challenged
Yes,
me, correct.
but you also said that you didn't need to kick him, so obviously you had some anger and rage. And
I would
you
assume
would
anyone
go
would have
for it.
anger after being harassed and
Yes, but you.
beaten by a big dog, a man with complete
Okay, well
terrible
here,
morals.
can I focus on one thing, Danny? I'm sorry, but you would agree that Big Dog holds something very highly against you, as
Against
he
all
stated
homeless
to.
people, not just
Well,
myself.
he focused on
He
you and
harassed all
he
the other
stated
homeless
to
people
you
as
that
well.
he would get you back after you sprayed pepper spray at him. Correct? That
Well,
is true. That's
30
what
seconds.
you wrote in your statement.
Well, it is true, but he attacked me first, so I don't
Alright,
see how he
so
me
you and your
spraying him with
mother
pepper spray
also-
would give him a
You
right
and your
reason to
mother
come at
also
me.
owned an apartment before when she had the
When
job,
she had a
right?
job and then she was fired.
And
we left.
after she was fired, you left, as you said. So you would say that you have some things against T-Berry, correct?
Yeah. I mean, she's the reason why we're no longer living in
So
shelter
you have
for
things
firing
against her.
my mother for no
So you have
apparent
things
reason.
against her.
Of course I do.
Alright, that's
Please
all.
stop.